What's up, gamers? We're making custom markers because I don't know how to remove them. Maybe the remove button. How you doing? How's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. We have to investigate blackmail. What's the easiest way? Just right across here. Okay. Enter at your own risk. District status serious. You know what? Can we? Fuck this guy up. We're strong now. Actually, we might have been able to before. I don't know. Wet boot boys. I'll be stupid as stool, but tough. Just gonna prove he could get me some drugs for the black market and deliver them quickly and nicely. Albie. Albie's a wet boot boy. That fiend. I thought I could trust him. Who's Albie? Hello, sir.
Filthy fucking beast!
Whoa! Whoa, buddy. Have some blood mix.
Eat this!
I don't want it. I'll eat this now. Ow. Don't shoot me.
That's gonna hurt!
What? What's this fart cloud? Stop it! Stop it with the fart cloud! I didn't want to teleport there. I wanted to pick up this shit. But now I'll teleport there. And go in this door. Because sometimes there's treasures indoors. And sometimes there's fuck all. Wow, 6 shillings? You shouldn't have. Wow, is that really it? Disappointing. Whee. You spot one fire. Ooh, new hideout. Nifty. By the way, you may notice over the course of the stream, I develop a glossy sheet. It's because it's already hot in this room. Because apparently it decided to be hot today. So I'm already sweating, which I don't love. I'd love to not be sweating.
There's more and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, but the guards recruit more and more every year.
Murdering bastard!
This is not a place for you, sir. 2 of our men just exploded suspiciously when you arrived.
Steady, boys! We have to stop it!
Hey, it's... I have a name. I'm a person and a vampire. Vampires are people too. I'm going the complete wrong way, aren't I? This is the right area. This general region. So, oh, completely the wrong way.
Look lively! It's on to... He's dead!
Oh shit! You're a no. Hey. Hey. Ow! Beat me with a fucking crucifix on a stick?
Stay back, beast!
Off with that.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
No. No, it's not.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
A small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden inside.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Oh hey, Tall Panzer, how's it going? Thanks for the alert.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. You don't seem to need my medical attention for now. Very well. Goodbye then.
Interesting. Damn, she's hard to mesmerize. Huh. That cross doesn't do anything to me. It's only when wielded.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Why are you
Sorry,
not looking at me?
I'm new to Whitechapel.
Oh, now you are.
But
still
perhaps
turn
you could help me since
away.
you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Nice. Risk your life to reveal the truth?
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Hell yeah.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Fair enough.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Do.
Would you like me to?
You are blinded by your false faith.
True.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr.
Oh,
Jonathan Reed.
okay.
And I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I would like to know. I'm listening.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic.
Yes.
But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Vampires.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Oh. How
Tell me,
will that
Tobias,
go?
what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Well then.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have
Well,
a disciple
howdy,
I
some
see as
random
my
geek.
son.
Thank you for the lurk
so
and
devoted.
welcome.
I sent him to preach the good word.
We
in the
love
heart
all
of
our
this
lurkers
corrupted
here.
city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows
Good luck
night
with your
after
work.
night.
And bad luck
You
to
sent
this
him
guy's
on
work.
some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a
Because this
true
guy's work
believer,
is to
Samuel
burn
will
the city.
fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Isn't that a lyric from Gangster's
Do you know
Paradise?
Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Don't like nurses?
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
God, this guy sucks so bad.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country.
Hell yeah.
That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Alright,
I
dude.
have had enough for tonight. Goodbye.
I hate you. What's it? Oh, you're 5 to kill. It's so hard. I'll never get mesmerism that high. Oh. Dude, you got scowls in your fucking backyard. Dark Souls. Hey! How? Dark Souls. Okay. Shiny box. Bottle of alcohol. Hell yeah. Got some hooch.
Morbidity can breathe its own beauty and grace. Whitechapel is not just disease, desertion, and despair.
Hey, bud. What's
Good
your
evening,
deal?
sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like
Why's
to
your
ask
face
you a
like
few
that?
questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
The Richard Nethercott?
May I ask what you're
I don't
doing
know who
at this
that
hour
is.
of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
Not afraid of the
But
epidemic?
are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But
Yeah,
the scourge
I'd say
has
that's
not been
terrible,
all
bud.
bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Oh, peaceful silence, really?
Peaceful. That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
Solitude? Like
I
from
don't have
Skyrim?
many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Oh.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Fair enough.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty.
Is it?
Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day,
snap.
perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
I like the way you don't.
In what way
even
exactly?
know
The struggle by
me.
gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the
This guy's
poignant
weird.
distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
The mute florist is part of a plot.
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Yeah, it kind of only
Are you
makes her
not
sound
curious?
better.
Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Okay, well,
I'll leave you
good
alone,
chat, bud.
sir.
Thanks for the 20 XP. Editor refusal letter. Dear Mr. Nethercott, your book sucks.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening.
Your book.
You don't
It
really
sucks.
make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
Same guy. A rich artist is rare.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were and how she helped them.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Mood, bud. Oh, you've got a... Oh, wow. Everyone here is sick.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
I don't know how trusting I'd be of a doctor who just, like, shows up randomly at night and is like, you seem like you have a cold. Let me give you drugs for that. I brewed them myself. Like, Don't think I'd trust that. Oh. Is this nothing? Is this nothing? Weird. You.
Good evening, Doctor.
I don't have a treatment for fatigue.
Goodbye,
Sorry,
Mr.
bye.
Would you like me to revive you?
Hello, lady.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Mood lady.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Fair.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why the skepticism? Spelled
Why
with
the
Z.
skepticism?
How can you speak
Is it
about
skepticism?
starvation if you've
Skeptic?
never been
Spelled
hungry?
okay?
Or about poverty? Or anything
that
else
a-
you have never suffered from?
US versus UK thing?
Are you talking from experience?
Who knows?
I've seen your
Who can
type
say?
come here to get a
Language
good
is fake.
fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England.
And
This country is
England.
not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Fair enough. I don't judge you.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Oh? Now I'm curious.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crasionescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Fair enough.
Goodbye, miss.
I do
Take care
appreciate
of
that.
yourself as best you can.
I like the way you don't even know me. That's the key to being lonely. Someone with a name?
Sir, no civilians allowed.
Roger the Wall?
Turn around, sir.
Ow. Fuck it! Stop it! Stop getting out of the fucking zone. Hey! It's rude to shoot a guy.
You have to stop it!
Ow! I like how they just stand by. They just watch me do it, and I'm like, yeah. Shame about the iframes, but we can't stop her. Okay, so that was a fun little distraction. I do want to go to the safe room here. Is that this way? No. Is there anything here? No. Interesting.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all!
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Oh, shit.
Streets, not me.
Hello?
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
Will you?
Free? You may soon find out that you have simply traded one set of shackles for another.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I've a future here.
Dude, even the leader of the Wet Boot Boys fucking hates it.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London, so you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Goodbye, young man.
The Wet Boots will be proud of me.
Someday you'll understand. You won't life away.
Hey, guy.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Really? I'm pretty magically doctorless. Oh, you got a migraine? That's rough. Wow, your blood is worth nothing, even healthy.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
Have you no family?
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit. Oof.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
That's rough, bud.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Yeah, that's rough, bud.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
Then maybe you shouldn't have a gun.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up.
Oof.
Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
Oof. Oof and doof, bud. I'm sorry to hear that. PTSD is fucking rough.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Wait, what's this way?
I'll not die in some...
Anything? Is there anything this way? Rats? Delicious rats? Oh, that just leads to the west end, which I don't want to go there yet, because I'm pretty sure that's like a high-level area. And I don't want to get owned. Hello?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh,
What's that guy in the back?
really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm
that
Loretta
him?
Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Okay.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Fucked up. Is that the guy I saved? I think that might be the guy I saved.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
You'd know, wouldn't you? Kinda can... Yeah, that's the guy I fucking saved. Well,
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
love to just buy all this shit, but I don't have that kind of money. You want to buy bullets? Or a watch?
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
It's you
I'm
again.
afraid not, Mr. Reed.
A gun? Out.
Be the answer to all your
He
problems.
moved. He wasn't
as long
there.
as you have them.
Um, it's
Its
this?
effectiveness has been proven by many.
Is this it? Who knows? Who can say? Not I. Wow, that's a lot of blood. Wow, that's a corpse. Wow, that's another corpse. Ah, hideout unlocked. Good, good, good. Stuff. Cigarette case. Cool, cool, cool. More? No. Okay, so first... let's deconstruct all that. Ooh. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to... It only upgrades it by 5. Let's upgrade that. Then give it more blood. And then now we don't have enough. Oh, we do have enough! For that now. Sure. Okay. So now we got some more cures. Which is useful. Wait, there was nothing to analyze, right? Nope. And we recycled everything. I don't need to rest. Because I'm already like at full health and stuff. I don't have enough points to spend on any upgrades. And like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't really make much of a difference, but it bugs me to rest too much in this game. Like, I'm in the middle of an investigation and stuff. I don't want to just like take a fucking like rest for the day, you know? Oh, stuff. We got stuff. Wow. Hey, bud.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
I don't like you, bud. Also, why are you called Colossus when you're
what you do
like
here?
5
I do
foot?
whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
You do more than you want? Why?
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
I'd like to see you try.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Hello, guy.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
How's business?
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see.
Oh.
Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
What douche.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap?
Well, all the usual
as long
crap
as I can
wouldn't
remember,
be out
this
of the
part of
ordinary.
town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Well, if it's bottomless, then there is no bottom.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Ooh.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Just like me.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
she's an excellent nurse, actually.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Oh.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Show me your moves. Show me your moves. Take these wedding rings off my hand. 80 bucks? Fuck. Where'd that guy go? Where'd Tiny Joe go?
You are blinded by your
Oh.
unable to see the true horror around.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Absolutely
I'm
free.
shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Yeah. Buddy, really?
You again? What do you want this time?
I've come to interrupt your piss.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
I don't think I like these Wet Boot Boys. I'm not gonna go with survival as natural law, because fuck that shit. Community is also natural law. You could have refused.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Goodbye, Mr.
Don't let your guard down, sir. Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've
Yeah,
known
it's a
Joe for
small town.
years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What's his story?
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Despair can be poison.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
True. No one ever
And
stood
no
up?
one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
I am. I'll kick his ass.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Okay,
price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality. Guaranteed not to give you the plague. Oh, hey, buddy. Wow, upgraded weapon.
Want some of this?
Yo, you got a fart gun?
I'll put it in you!
Ow! Hey, I don't like your fart grenade. Do. You alive, buddy? No. Oh! Owned. Owned, wrecked, and also stomped. Ooh. A hatchet? That's a one hand. Ooh, what do you get to do? Ooh, you can stun. War blood? Ooh. I think I'm gonna use that instead of the cudgel. Maybe even instead of the bone saw I'm using.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost.
Bury this in an easy way. Joe ever finds out about us, about his wife and his best friend, it will crush him, and then he will kill you. Haha, Joe the cock.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Not Joe. Like, don't get me wrong. Cheating is bad. We don't support cheaters here. But also, Joe fucking sucks. So, fuck him. Unlike his wife. Ha 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 ha. Hell yeah. Oh, I could have bumped into that. Whoopsie. Box of pills. Pills here. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. What's down this way? Oh! Another werewolf? Is that what these are? Tasty is what they are. Yummy! Yummy! What a tasty little morsel! This way, this way, this way. Wow.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is still working near.
Hello? Who are
Good
you?
evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not
it's
here
this
for a
guy.
bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Wow, I hate you. Why are you so happy?
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your
dude.
business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
Fucked up. You're taking advantage of them.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
Some things are.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I'm no saint, but to take advantage as you do, you are a despicable man who could only prosper in these dark times.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swambrer's shit.
That doesn't make it good, dude. That doesn't make it good or right.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took the bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. Just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
Eat it.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. Made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
I wish I'd found you later.
Take this as my final warning. You will not profit from the misery of others. Business is one thing, but what you do is quite another.
Really? What you gonna do? You ain't from here. You ain't Whitechapel, Doctor. You wouldn't know the first thing about playing dirty, even if you wanted to.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Tell me truthfully, why are you so thankful?
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a rich man.
I think I'm going
Every
to kill
month
this
they
man.
live, it's more coin in my pocket.
No relationships. Like, I think I'm just going to kill him.
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Like, I'm not gonna kill him yet. I'm still gonna try to not kill people. But if there comes a point where I have to, where like I need the XP, he's my number one.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your... I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
Don't want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Why not?
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Well,
goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
okay. So... that's probably the son. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Migraine, I don't have. Treatment for fatigue, I do have.
Distribute flowers at this hour of night.
As long as you have the money.
It's all a bloody joke to you, innit? Stealing drugs from the
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
Same, bud.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets.
Someday you'll understand. You've wasted your life.
As long as you have the money.
Prevent illness. Okay. I still mask up.
Perhaps I should look into it.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
love the stylization of this game.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Yeah.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out. Right?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom. Excuse me while I steal everything not nailed down. I'm robbing you. I'm robbing you. Thanks for letting me in to rob your house.
It's locked.
Locked? I'm a vampire. Let me just open it. Mr. Peterson, we refuse your application. My duty to point out that our policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your connections with the Wet Boot Boys has been duly noted. Womp womp. Okay, guy, let's talk.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
A lot of things.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Not particularly. Your situation can only improve.
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
Oof. Why don't you leave?
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside.
Same, bud.
It terrifies me so.
Same, bud.
I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Same, dude. Agoraphobia, they call it.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
That's rough, buddy. Like, it's not your fault, but also, like, I get it. I get where you're coming from.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad then? Because it ended.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
Oof.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Rough, bud.
Do you know,
you
Nurse
know Dorothy Crane?
from the
You don't
Pentecostal?
go out at all.
I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Oh wait, shit. You have fatigue. Hold up.
So, may I ask you a
hello.
few questions?
I'm not bothered.
Cure for
Do you need
treatment
any
for
medical help,
fatigue.
young man?
God,
Yes,
I
I
wish
do.
it were that simple.
I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
Mood, bud.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this.
Oof, but mood.
But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man.
Right.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
You again?
Anything new with you? Harry's not happy in Life Chapel.
Harry doesn't seem
Whitechapel.
happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
No regrets at all?
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side.
It's not
She
really a
died when Harry
regret.
was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Alright.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
Okay,
That's
but
easy for
he
you to
can't.
say, Doctor.
Like,
We are poor.
John, we saw the letter.
And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Man, you got good blood. Okay.
Goodbye, Miss.
Goodbye, Jordan Peterson. Where is my journalist friend? Clayton. Where? Hello? Clayton? Here, boy. Here, boy. Whatever. We'll talk to another cop first. The other cop? Whatever his name is. Who cares? Ooh. Let's steal from him first.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Currently, we are investigating one of the nurses at, our hospital because she's blackmailing a vampire friend who is a benefactor of the hospital.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know
No,
him.
not the older lady.
At first, I thought he was only a small
She's
publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
This lady. Dorothea Kraniscu, or whatever the fuck her name is. Boop, boop, boop. Treatment for migraine. I don't have that. Strong name? Yeah, Dorothy Crane is a cool name.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Okay. Where's my guy? Clayton? Clayton? There you are. Clayton! Clayton!
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Shit, I'm out of cures for fatigue.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will
Women
change.
can vote?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
How does my fucking... I care about public health.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
Almost same. He has no relatives?
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nithercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nithercott?
We know where
He spends
Nithercott
most
is.
of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
I see, I see.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Mailbox. My dearest, most beloved children, I'm so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war. There is also a war going on here in England. A war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I'm writing you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. It probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now. You have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now. To feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me. And remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. Aww.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Oh my god, he's unstoppable. He's too strong.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Wait, I literally can't have that. Let's have a talk, man to man.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
I didn't even have to bring up his kids. What the fuck? Haha, stealing your money, stealing your money. Stealing your papers. Stealing your drugs.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Stealing your money, stealing your money. Unlock it. And unlock it. That's so much blood. Razvan. Cool name.
Can you hear my voice?
Letter to Nurse Crane. What was the letter? Oh my god, that's so many words. I'm going to go AFK for a minute. Be right back. welcome. Sorry about that. I got a phone call, and normally that's not a big deal. Normally I just ignore that, but they left a voicemail, and usually that means it's something important. In this case, it wasn't. So,
I need help.
also, trigger warning for the next minute or two. We perform surgery.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Anything else I should know?
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
Do we have any anesthetics?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I don't think they actually, like, show the surgery, but...
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Yucky, yucky, yucky.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
I must suture the artery.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Yeah, they're not...
Good.
Thankfully, they aren't
The stitches
actually
are
showing
holding.
the
How's he doing?
yucky bits.
We're losing him.
It's
We've
not
lost
a
his pulse. He's dying,
Metal
Doctor.
Gear 4 or Metal Gear 5 Ground Zeroes.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac...
Situation.
What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Uh-oh. He's dead. Damn it.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
And dinner. So the yucky part's over. You can look back now. Again, thankfully they don't actually show like the whole thing, but like
my bedside manners.
It's yucky. It's yucky. It's not good.
So what do I owe this courtesy? I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to stop the blackmail.
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people
I like that
have.
you rhymed. Why Lady Ashbury?
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Why not trust Dr. Swansea?
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So the end justifies the means.
The end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
True. He really doesn't.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Hell no. Ooh, I can charm her? So I could kill her? Spare her? What does "you will forget all about this" mean? Hey. One sec. Hopefully this doesn't crash my fucking stream. I'm looking this up. Because I'm afraid of a Glassim kind of situation. Vampire Dorothy Crane choice. Dorothy Crane. Don't forget all about this. Oh. You force her to forget about the blackmail, but in doing so you shatter her mind and the next night she becomes a skull. Yeah, that's not what I want. That sounds terrible. Okay, so you resign.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
Hell yeah. I like that.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Ooh. I get the next mesmerize level. District will soon suffer the consequences of your actions. Fair. Why does my quest log still say to find the 2 nerds? Do I have any other quests? Sure, I'll do that. Can I go through this door?
It's locked.
It's locked. Yo!
See clothes?
What the fuck? Hey! Don't shoot me. Why are they attacking this place?
There's one! We've got one of them! Hide for this!
Slurpy, slurpy! You just had 1 shilling, dude? That's it? So I've got enough to actually fucking level up now. I've got some decent cash on me, or decent level up points. But let's do a couple more things, then we'll rest and continue. I wish my quest log wasn't busted. Somewhere I want to be? Level 16, I can handle that. Oh, you're a spooky boy. Slurp, 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 slurp them right up. They got blood and I want blood. This is my song about slurping up dudes. This is my song about slurping bloods, delicious buds, and getting shillings. Hello.
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
Okay.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Alright, guy. Watery rich blood. Is it watery or is it rich? Those seem contradictory.
Burn it, boy!
way.
He's dead!
Ow. Hey. PG blood? I guess that would track. It's watery and it's expensive. So, I understand why it is the way that it is, but it kind of bugs me about this game. The way that you get hundreds, if not thousands, of XP from slurping, like, innocence, but you get, like, 10 XP for slurping the blood of the guys that want to kill you. Like, I understand it mechanically, because obviously, you know, you're going to be killing a lot of these guys, and it can't be on that same level. But, like, blood is blood, innit? To some extent. Like, okay, I can't upgrade anything, but I can make medicine, 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 medicine. Okay, got nothing to analyze, so we're good. Got more medicine now. And again, I could rest to level up, but I'm going to hold off on that for right now. Oh god, I can feel a snail. Oh, oops.
I have this thirst for blood.
Yeah, dude, I know. I was there. This fucking place. Can I not go this way? Can I not go this way? Do I have to go all the way around? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, someone drop some aluminum powder. Yum. This way. I think it's this way. Yeah. Yeah.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Oh?
Kill it, boy!
Oh!
Burn it, boys!
Ah! Don't fart on me! I'm not into it! Whoa! That hurts my feelings.
Crush the leech, boys!
Aw, really? Come on. What you got? What you got, punk?
Boys!
Like, that guy was like a boss. Oh wait, I think he did give me 600 XP. Or I guess they collectively did. So that's not nothing, but... Okay, so that was cool. We appreciate that. That's what I appreciate about you. Kree-1 guards.
How do I get to the place?
Hey guy, got anything cool for me?
Good evening, Doctor.
Got anything new to say? No.
Please show me what. Of course. It's just
It's just trinkets, he says, as he shows off various medicines and chemicals. I mean, all that would be useful, but I'll pass for now.
to amaze me how you, the dead,
Oh, hey, it's a guy.
Hey, what's through here? Shillings. Shillings, of course. What? Why am I doing this? Weird that this isn't a safe house. Seems like a pretty safe location, if I'm being honest. Since the only way to get to it, apparently, is through like 7 consecutive teleports. Hello, friend. Hello, Gov. Hello, Governor. Fancy a pint?
Die, leech!
Don't call me a leech. try very hard to contribute. Also, on the subject, going back a few minutes to what I was saying of kind of complaints of this game. This one more just, I guess again, narrative versus mechanical. The notes that you find around largely imply that the Guard of Priwen, these vampire hunters, are largely undermanned, understaffed, underfunded. And then you fight like 1,000 of them over the course of the game. Like, you kill so many of them. Hello, ma'am. Don't mind me. Just saving your life.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Shaoshun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
You're in the cemetery now.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
God, that's a lot of blood.
It's locked.
It's locked. Alright. Well. Bye, lady. Good luck. Dazzled skull. Give them the old razzle.
As I feared. Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
He's a skull. Give them an act with lots of flesh in it. And the reaction will be passion. Bye, Samuel. Oh my god. Whatever. I can't read that much. Sardi killed several sick people during his crusade. Cool. No relationships. Not anymore. How can they see with sequins in their eyes?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, guy. Brisk blood sample? Like the lemonade? Let's see what that gets me. A stamina serum. A stamina serum. got that Arnold Palmer blood. Alright, so I'm stocking up. Got a good amount of various cures. I still don't have headache, migraine, or neuralgia yet. But you know, I've got some good stuff. Time just doesn't pass. Being a vampire, you only go out at night, and you sleep during the day. So, which, I mean, largely does kind of make sense when you think about it, because, like, I'm only playing this game for a few hours at a time, and in that time, I'm resting for multiple days. So, it tracks. Stop telling me to find Richard Nethercott and Clayton Darby. I don't need to find them. I do need to go back to fucking... Oh. Interesting. Fort to Father Whit. I need to go back to him. Can I cut through the cemetery now? I fucking hate this place. This room, this area, if it looks like a boss arena, that's because it is. And it's awful. Hey, please, game, please let me cut through. Please, game. Don't make me go all the way around again. So I guess we'll see how the boss goes on this easier difficulty. Oh my god, I have to go all the way around again, game. You're really making me do that? The fact that the game takes place entirely over the course of nights is also why there aren't that many people out and about. Like, why there's only like a dozen people in each part of town. Because, you know, most people are not nocturnal. Most people are shockingly awake during the day, and they're just... Like, the city of London is not completely devoid of people. It's just that they're asleep right now. Because it's fucking 1 a.m. or whatever. Murdering bastard! Oh, buddy, you missed. You only had one shot. You missed. Yeah, like when the game very first begins in that like tutorial section, it's like morning. And the sun is rising, and, you know, being a vampire, you get burned by the sun. So, the rest of the game, Jonathan here is smart enough to be like, well, maybe I shouldn't be out during the sun. dudes to fight? Is that dudes fighting? Explosion! Oh my god, stop! Uh-oh. Hey! Don't drink me! I drink you! Hey! See? This is how it's supposed to go. I slurp you! No! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Also, that guy shooting into this combat. Like, boy howdy, bud. I appreciate your dedication, but it's not gonna work. He did have 4 springs on him now. Which we appreciate. We love a man of many springs. Running all the way back, running all the way around, running all the way front and backward. No! I killed John Moonshoes? But they're kid-powered anti-gravity shoes! Moonshoes! Moonshoes!
No protection against malevolence.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
In your rational delusions. I found your guy.
Found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
Confess to your crimes!
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burned those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will
burn
smite
people
the flesh
alive.
of the unclean to protect the righteous.
Spoil the epidemic to kill.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No! No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself. The proliferating sick.
You're not
Fucked
the
up,
savior
dude.
of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful cleansing, Dr. Reed. I am only driven by the thousands of innocents I save each night.
Damn. Dude needs level 5 mesmerism? That's fucking ridiculous.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood.
Huh.
Sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
Tell me more.
A laughing queen dressed in blood.
Sounds hot.
Tell me more.
I mean,
this
what?
epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. She is Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
One sec. Apparently I got another missed call. Okay. Your disciple was a grave robber.
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from the dead in Stonebridge Cemetery. I have proof of his crime and proof of his death.
No! Samuel was the best of us. So devoted, so zealous. He gave all he had for the cause. He tirelessly preached the good word.
Oh, 5,000 XP. I want it. I want to kill you. Oh, I've got more cures for these people. Moon shoes, moon shoes. Kid powered anti-gravitations. He defiled the dead?
He defiled the dead with his petty thefts. That's how he financed your misguided crusade.
Think what you will. When this city is saved, he will be praised for his devoted fortitude. He walked boldly into the mouth of abomination.
He was a crook.
Your precious Samuel used you. He was an immoral crook.
If that's true, then he will be my burden to bear during this endless night.
Why did you...
I sent him on a...
Oh yeah, that's enough.
You
Bye.
sent a man to die because of a stupid vision. I have heard enough of your nonsense. Goodbye.
Okay. Moon shoes. Oh, I should do that. Where is that? A ways away. Whee! Gamers, I am sleepy. I did not sleep well at all last night. Stuff. Watery blood? Delicious. I don't know why, but for some reason it just took me forever to fall asleep, and I kept waking up, and like, it took me forever to fall asleep again. Like all night. Would not recommend. Drugs, 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 drugs. Sweet, sweet opium. Crumpled letter. Tired of your shit, Clay. What the fuck did you do? All the bloody dogs are gossiping about how my husband has just guts that stupid kid. Well. Had murdered the brother of the man who tried to kill him. Oh, that's right. I still need to talk to them. lads.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes. This neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Oh, you got a headache and I can't fix that.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked up?
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
What was the argument about?
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctors said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why not go to a hospital? He kind of just said.
Why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Sometimes, yeah. Your fear of being
Do you
enclosed.
want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
You got buried.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on,
I already
please.
knew that one.
Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
That's rough, bud. That's
Oswald,
fucking
tell me
rough.
about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive, just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Newton and Oswald are gay. Your feelings for Newton.
About your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
Why should you be ashamed?
Because it's 1910s.
But Newton sees it differently.
This is 1910, and that's kind of literally illegal.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Nice. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
I'm not responsible for everything bad that has happened.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
Why do you
stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
Bloody nightmare.
You knew Oswald before?
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France too.
I fought in France too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Oof. Fucked up. Go to the hospital.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Tell me about your game.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy your love.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy.
Fair.
It's all so new to me.
Tell me about your rat.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move.
That's fucked up, guy.
Call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Jesus Christ! A week?
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
Oh, I'm out of juice.
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see? Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
Fair.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
All right.
This city is more peaceful than but no less
like this game's music. Why did I just get XP?
Are you deaf?
Yes. Slurpee.
See the bloody clothes? This one's a tough.
Oh no, it's a ghost!
H.G. Griffin. Ow. What? You don't get to just resist. You don't get to just declare that your attack didn't hit. Or that my attack didn't hit. You can declare that about your own attacks as much as you want. In fact, I'd appreciate if you did. Ordered by the guys.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Oh. But Johnny boy, opium is one of the main ingredients of our medication. Oh my god, listen to that. Thankfully they stopped. They turned the music off. But that was so loud. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to the Pembroke. Turn in the quest. Level up.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Well, that's unfortunate. Hey, now. What's with all this blood? Is it locked
It's
here?
locked.
It's locked. Hey, buddy! Slurpy, slurpy!
Christ, he's dead!
Slurpy, slurpy! Thanks for the aluminum, nerds. And the shillings. See, opium. Got more opium. Let me spy on these guys. Supposed to have a conversation.
I'm quite busy.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Is your rivalry blinding you?
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Thank you for your time.
Wait, hold up. I need to steal. Where's the other guy? Strickland! My guy!
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed?
Yeah, like...
However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague. But only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
Shit, I was only half paying attention. You have my support.
You have my support, Dr. Strickland. I know exactly what it feels like.
We need some rogue doctors out there
with only
who don't play by the rules.
To help you. Thank you, Dr. Reed. You don't know what that means to me.
Well, I've got nothing else to say to you. But thanks for
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
Okay, but what about actually curing? Whee! Can I do... Okay, weed and opium? That just sounds excessive. Wait, like, if you're already doing opium, what's the fucking point of the weed?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
Milton.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Doc.
I want to buy this shotgun. can also take Nopium. Without it, cocaine or smooth finish.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Yeah, no shit,
Speak up,
bud.
Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
He trusted you.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
She didn't apologize. We are vampires.
We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Well, you did a piss poor job of covering
my
it.
inquiries
You were behind a sheet, ma'am.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
What do you mean? She said she
I'm
wasn't
so
going to...
disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was.
She said she wasn't going to blackmail
I can assure
anymore.
you, it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
About me. Am I a vampire?
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we
Like, yeah, dude.
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
An Ekon is a vampire?
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Let's do that. Are you an Ekon too?
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
Okay, then what should I know?
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Fair. This is... Hey, stupid question, but just crossing it off the list.
Excuse my forwardness, but... Are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
Fair enough. Why was I left for dead?
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead.
The drama of
That
it
is a
all.
question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
Could it be a mistake?
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
Good, because I've been doing a lot of that.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So, wait. I drank of someone else's blood? I don't remember that.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea
Dude's
is a
got a
good
free
and
bed
compassionate
somehow.
man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
Do you know his brotherhood?
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
How old are you?
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Who granted you this?
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
It's not all the
Very
truth.
well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
I don't think that's true. Why'd you save me?
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William did not create
William
me?
Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then.
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What is a scowl?
What type of vampire is a scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
What happened to London?
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu?
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've
Me
not
too.
heard for a very, very long time.
That's what ears are for.
There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
How many vampires are there?
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Who attacked me?
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue.
Well,
but I fear he or she is as careless as cruel to let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they be friendly?
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Sounds like some masquerade bullshit.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious?
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
Is it a cult?
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society.
How secret is it? They've got pamphlets.
But it seems they have been recruiting.
Okay, bye.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Also, like, she says that, like, I'll pay the sum or whatever. But, like, I'm paying the ransom. But, like, I don't think it took from my money. Light stamina serum. Wow, it's worse than this shit. Well, I do. Whew.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Oh, wait. Hold up. Skilly beat up, bo. Let's go with that. $4,000 XP. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, Strickland. Where are you?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I've improved your mixture.
I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive? Or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo
as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Hell yeah! Now I can steal
Goodbye,
all your
Dr.
stuff. Later. Ooh, something to steal. Taking everything that isn't nailed down. Taking everything that isn't nailed down. It's what we do in this part of town. We take everything that isn't nailed down.
It's locked, all right.
At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula.
Bold of you to assume.
It's locked.
Oh.
It's locked.
Dude locks all his cabinets? Fuck you, Strickland. Coswick's medical file. Not infected with the Spanish flu. Yeah, no shit. Okay. Was there anything else I needed to do? No investigations. Okay. I guess let's talk to... What's his fuck? Tell him that the situation has been resolved. Ish.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Peculiar, you say?
What makes you say that?
I analyzed the blood.
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly.
Then how does it look like it?
The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Edgar, you don't seem particularly interesting. Yeah.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stole, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
Not the whole
Jonathan,
city.
we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us.
Is it me?
A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Don't be shocked.
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I may turn London into my realm. It's too dangerous, bud. We can't use my blood. I'm a vampire.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds and your blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Uh-oh.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Uh-oh. Okay. This is really bugging me that the thing is not saying the right quest. So I'm going to return to main menu and see if that fixes it. The eye was in the tomb. I'm always saying that. Okay, now it's telling me the correct quest thing. But before I do that, I'm going to rest and spend this 4,000 XP I have. Because I get... So I've got that, which does shadow damage, so I shouldn't do the thing that shadow damage. Yeah, let's make enemies' blood explode. This is an extreme thirst. Let's boost our bite damage. Because we love to bite in combat. And out of combat. Damn, not enough. Coagulation. I don't have enough to... And let's spend the rest on some more health and some more stamina. And boy howdy did that 4,000 XP go away quickly. Every night, the consequences of your actions may affect things. Major, the more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. Makes sense. If it's a health stack drops into critical, yeah. As of late, the rumors that surround Whitechapel are ripening into facts. In the last 3 months, the police have suspected the district of hoping what might be the heart of London's medicinal black market, but of course these suspicions will remain assumptions, for no task force or additional police presence has been sent to Whitechapel. No large drug stocks have been found, no crime lords arrested. This masquerade has only been planned as a desperate attempt to conceal the blatant incompetence of London City Council's Board of Health by giving the populace a cheap and easy victory, while the epidemic spreads more and more each day. Worst of all, when you take the time to review the most recent statistics, you discover that the district of Whitechapel is coping with the disease much better than other parts of the city. Is it a miracle? Evidence of an illegal but efficient medical underground? More proof of the authorities' criminal incompetence? All I know is this: if a Londoner has a better chance to survive the epidemic by choosing to live in this godforsaken burrow. I'm ready to move to any cheap, flea-infested flat. Some shady landlord will agree to rent me right now. By Slaw. Good old Slaw. So yeah, I have saved this area. Fortunately, a lot of people have migraines, which I can't fucking help with, but whatever.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Well, Johnny boy, you do know who killed her, right? You do remember who did that? 'Cause it was you.
It's one of them!
Wow, that does so much damage now. Oh wait, I'm supposed to... Wait, that's the wrong button. That. Axe time, baby! Holy shit.
I cannot enter.
What's this? Oh, whoa. Actually, I'm starting to not feel very good. So I think I might call it sewers. Sewers are a district? Oh no, corpses. Cool eyes. Extermination of rodents? The Ascalon Club. No mercy, no excuses, no forgiveness. Simple rules all members of the club applied when dealing with skulls. Whenever you face one, exterminate it. When you suspect a vampire of creating skulls, report him immediately to Fergal. Interesting. I think I really like this axe. Or hatchet. So, mind if I steal your blood? I don't know what this voice is I'm doing, but that's what we're doing. Well, this seems to be a dead end. Where is it? Hey. Okay. Wonderful. Trash can with secret aluminums. Or aluminium, as the game says. Very British of them.
Stop! Right now! It's a lead!
No. Uh-oh. Any candy in here? Oh, I hear you.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Well, you had the strength to kill her. Slurp. 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 That wasn't slurping, that was more just hitting with an axe. Sometimes an axe is the greatest slurp. Holy symbols and orichalcum. Cross, Star of David, an olive branch even, can prove useful to repel. Do you think it's coincidence that orichalcum was common in Atlantis, according to legend and ancient writings? Atlantis was infested with vampires. Yes. Of course. As everyone knows. Hello, ma'am.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. this is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiaoshun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity.
Surrounded by vampires?
To remember my dear Matthew.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence.
There's not much silence to be found in a... Sadness can be a terrible trap.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others.
Rip.
It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not.
Damn.
Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
Not anymore!
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Oof.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I wanted you to know that you have done nothing wrong. Unlike me.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
You could say that.
For sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
Together. What are you doing later?
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept
because
my
I hunt
condolences
vampires
for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
So many new graves.
Time to discreetly
Since I
attend.
can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Why can't you reveal yourself to your mother? Like, I get she can't know you're a vampire, but just don't tell her that.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I don't believe so.
Why kill my Mary?
I don't think she knows that
in
he's
this
back.
cold, god-awful place.
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, why is it a night funeral? And during the rain? It seems odd.
Oh, Mary. What have I done?
You killed her.
If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, social
Jonathan,
distancing.
there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I
The
thought you could
funeral,
use the
idiot.
company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
I'm gonna say something nice about her.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You
That's
must
rough,
come
buddy.
to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? Tell me how. Or unlearning every night. How can
I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
want
a
to lose you,
vampire.
Jonathan.
Obviously,
I've
she's
lost
lost
so
people
many
important
friends.
to her.
Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries,
Okay,
And
centuries.
time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase
She is
it.
centuries old. She has experienced
St. Mary's
some
Church
lost
is not
JPEG
far from
time.
here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
And now the gate is open. Now the fucking gate's open. Ooh. Oh, hey, lads.
Fuck, he's dead!
Ow. Hey, gonna slip that back. Ooh, 2 common handle parts.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Oh, hey, big boy.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
No, idiot.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them.
Wow, he
I
is
shall
big.
return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Yeah, that guy was, big strong guy. Sure would have hated to have to fight him in, like, 2 days.
Over there! There's one of them!
Hello? Jesus? Are you there?
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
This is a personal matter.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
This is a private concern. This is a private matter. I've words for one departed.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
It was an accident.
It was an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible.
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
Did you kill
What
her?
would you like her to know?
Please forgive me.
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
What?
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Okay, back to the hopsicle.
Get your weapons ready! We
Oh, hey, guy.
one! Die, Bernie! He's too fucking fast!
He's too fucking fast!
Get them weapons ready! We found one! We have to stop it!
Hey. Hey! Whoa! Hey! Burning me is one thing, burning my coat is a whole other. Oh! Hey, big boy! Hey, what is this? Wait, that's the wrong button. This. Seems useful. Wow. I'm getting my ass kicked. Please stop. Nothing to drop for me? That's right. Give me that good.
It's locked.
It's locked. Oh, thank God. Vicar. John Priestman. I'm in desperate need of healing.
Watch it! It's a killer!
Watch it! It's a killer! Ooh, that's another priesty do.
He's dead!
Okay, I overestimated.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Hey! Hey! Got anything for me, bud? No? Disappointing.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
I remember. Yo, is that the beast? From over the garden wall?
Fear be
Hello?
gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Uh-huh. Why choose me?
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly.
Well,
An ancient poison.
the street
an
guys...
older rage brewed in a cauldron.
Not all of them immediately attack on sight. Some of them
something to do with
will
the
be like,
epidemic.
"Streets closed, sir," and if you just turn around and walk away, they don't attack you. It's only when you get close enough that I guess they can see or smell or whatever that you're a vampire. Or they just think,
of others making decisions for
you
me,
know,
pretending to know how I
someone's
should feel
getting
or
close. That's suspicious enough.
So the vampire
I'm
who
gonna
made
attack.
me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Haha, free codeine. Sweet. There's no way this door doesn't just open into his office. Right? Right?
Only the Brotherhood can save London from implosion.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the guard.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
I like how he just keeps posing with that skull.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Yeah, like, he's such a drama queen, and I kind of love it. Like, we love Swansea. Oh my god, it's so many words. So many words. Warning letter? Oh my god.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control.
Oh, no.
Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Confidence must be restored.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere.
Nah, she was kind of
The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
A little bit annoying, but sassy.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
I'll protect you.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Okay. So, we just got to a brand new chapter. Or I guess that was the beginning of the chapter, but this is like the
Hampton
beginning.
lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
This is the beginning of like a whole new section. So I'm going to call the stream here. So thanks for watching, y'all. I love you very much, and I'll see you next time. Remember, Black Lives Matter. Defund the police. Bye-bye.